Okay, I think I'm going to end here. I'm going to leave it on this slide, and we want to open it up for questions. I actually think we have some questions here, so I'm going to click on that, and let's look at this. So first question is there a user limit if 40G versus current network traffic for legacy network? User access said this is with proper permission on the network. I don't know what the user limit that you're referring to, but whether is the traffic that I guess you're referring to, we can make sure that we take the traffic that is actionable and send to the tool that you need. So I'm sorry, I don't understand that question very well, but that may be just me. The second question is, can your product inspect SSH, SFTP, or IPsec VPN traffic as well? The current product that we have, the vInspector, it is a transparent SSL proxy, anything over SSL, which means it doesn't support SSH, but SFTP, if it's running over SSL, obviously, and obviously IPsec wouldn't be supported because it's much lower in the stack. So anything over SSL, this is not just HTTPS, but any traffic that would run over SSL or TLS for that matter would be supported today. Security as a service, question, what do you think about hiring security as a service? I think it's great. I mean, if you want to build something, you're renovating your house, you bring an expert that understands and helps you, whether it's the contractor or the architect or interior designer. So security as a service has two aspects. One, those that actually provide you a service to do incident response, or there's those that they provide security in the cloud, if you will. It really depends to the business and your risk appetite. If you can solve the GRC problem with a particular vendor, if they can solve that need for you, then there's definitely some services that you could say, hey, it makes sense to go with, the security as a service. DDoS could be one, right? Their job is to basically prevent, or give you back the availability. You obviously want to be able to have the control. So if you're being targeted, you want to be able to, throttle it down at your network. So I would look at a vendor that provides you both, right? So you have the option. And the answer is to the other question is, can I get a copy of the presentation? Yes, those will be available as well as the actual web archive of this. Okay, so just to wrap up, there's a lot of information here that you may have known, but there's a lot of information that may be new or challenging. I wanted to provide this in two parts. One, so you have access to this, you can kind of go back, look at it. And then the next session is the second part, which is an open forum. And we actually wanted to discuss many of these thoughts and, share this whole concern about achieving service assurance on both sides of the table, right? The network ops and the security ops. And how do we, expand on existing architecture in a way that we can future-proof it as we need to keep up with the threats. So hopefully this gives you some thoughts. If you have more questions, please send it to us. And, my information is available just as well. It's tony.zirnoon@vssmonitoring.com. We'd love to get your feedback. And we want to be able to do more of these webinars for you. If you have specific topics or questions and you want us to bring more of our partners, we are very vendor agnostic and we work with many tool vendors. My intent is to help us increase the value we provide as part of this architecture, a scalable system that you can start with one box and grow it as you need to. So it really, the quality of what we provide to you, the value, it's going to be dependent on what you're trying to achieve and which partners you want us to do. We have taken up ourselves to do a lot of validation to help you de-risk a lot of these deployments. We partner with many of the key tool players in security and forensics today, and we'd love to be able to share that information with you. So please, if you have any other questions, send in our ways, and come join us for the second part on February 19th, where we can actually have more of a live discussion and continue this dialogue. And come visit us at RSA. We'll have a booth. We're going to have demos and be able to do some whiteboarding there with some of our solution architects and discuss some of your actual challenges you may be facing. Again, thank you so much for your time. Bye-bye.